The EFL playoffs are officially upon us and the Championship playoff semi-finals get underway on Friday night as Hull City take on Millwall at the MKM Stadium. The Tigers claimed the final playoff spot on the final day of the season last Saturday, coming from behind to beat Norwich City 2-1 at the MKM Stadium via a double from leading goal scorer Ollie McBurney. Mo Torre had earlier given Norwich the lead, meaning there was a sense of pressure hanging around the MKM Stadium. But as Wrexham failed to beat Middlesbrough and Derby were beaten 2-1 at home by Sheffield United, Hull took full advantage to climb into the final playoff spot and mean they now are within 3 games of promotion to the Premier League. Millwall, on the other hand, missed out on an automatic promotion spot on the final day of the campaign last Saturday. Despite beating Oxford United 2-0 at the Den via a double from Femi Aziz, Ipswich Town's routine 3-0 win over QPR meant they sealed the second automatic promotion spot, leaving Millwall to focus on the lottery of the playoffs. While there may have been disappointment from a Lions point of view that they did miss out on the top 6, there is no escaping the magnitude of the achievement for Alex Neil's side to secure a third place finish. Without parachute payments, they have done a remarkable job up to now, and they'll be hoping to finish the job, and Alex Neil will be hoping to add a third EFL promotion via the playoffs to his CV. Both teams, in terms of their league meetings this season, won 1 apiece, with the away team winning 3-1 on both occasions when they met. Hull were 3-1 winners at the Den back in December, while Millwall were 3-1 winners at the MKM Stadium when they met as recently as March. Although Millwall were 3-1 victors that day, Hull were arguably the better team when they went head-to-head in East Yorkshire and were controversially denied a second goal in the first half when Kyle Joseph was deemed to have fouled Millwall goalkeeper Anthony Patterson. Had that goal have been given, it may have been a very different story. Hull, despite limping their way over the line with only 6 points won from their final 6 games, it is fair to say they do have quite an impressive record when it's come to playing their playoff counterparts this season, picking up 12 points from a possible 18 against the 3 sides that join them in the playoffs this season. It means they'll take confidence from that into the clash with Millwall, and the atmosphere is likely to be electric as they dream of reaching Wembley in just over a fortnight's time. This tie will be concluded with the second leg at the Den on Monday night, meaning both sides will be determined to take an advantage into it, however big or small. Millwall, they'll no doubt be confident if they're still in the tie by the close of play on Friday night that they can take the game back to the Den on Monday evening and finish the job, whereas it perhaps feels as though there's a little bit more pressure on Hull to get a commanding lead in this first leg to take to the Den for the second leg on Monday evening. Ultimately, the luxury of the playoffs is that it's a lottery. Anything can happen. Sunderland, for example, they picked up just 1 point from their last 6 games last season, but ended up beating Sheffield United at Wembley after just scraping their way past past Coventry City, I should say, in the semi-finals. They went all the way and are now, of course, on course to stay in the Premier League in what will be a fantastic achievement for them. It promises to be a gripping semi-final, this one. From a tactical viewpoint, it could be very interesting. Sergej Djurkovic has done a sterling job with Hull City this season, defying the odds after being tipped for relegation by so many, myself included at the beginning of the season, bearing in mind the recruitment limitations they were under. But now they are within 3 games of the Premier League. Millwall, after so many near misses in terms of getting into the playoffs in recent years, they're now finally there, and they'll be determined to go the distance and prove that, having finished as the best of the 4-place playoff teams, that they are worthy of joining Coventry and Ipswich in the Premier League. We'll have live coverage of the game on Friday night across our social media platforms, meaning we'll be keeping you posted. Likewise, the second leg on Monday, and then we'll recap it all, the first leg and the second leg, in a bumper episode of the Championship Chat podcast next week. For the socials, you can find us on X at ChampChatPod24, and on Facebook, just simply search the Championship Chat podcast.